Bulk buying can genuinely save you 30 to 50% on staple items, but it can also become a financial trap if you're not strategic. The upfront cost is higher, storage becomes an issue, and there's a psychological component around deals that can lead to buying things you don't actually need just because the per unit price is attractive. Let's establish the framework for when bulk buying makes sense. First criterion: will you actually use this quantity within its shelf life? Brown rice, for example, contains oils that go rancid. A 20-pound bag might seem like a great deal, but if you're only feeding yourself and you eat rice twice a week, that bag will take you 6 months to use, and the quality will decline significantly. White rice, on the other hand, lasts for years when stored properly, so bulk buying makes sense. Second criterion: do you have proper storage? Bulk foods need to be protected from moisture, pests, and light. If you're buying 20 pounds of flour, but you're going to leave it in the paper bag under your sink where it'll get damp and attract bugs, you've wasted money, not saved it. Proper storage means airtight containers, ideally food-grade buckets or large glass jars, stored in a cool, dry place. Third criterion: does the per unit savings exceed 25%? If bulk only saves you 10%, the risk of waste, the storage challenge, and the opportunity cost of that upfront cash might not be worth it. But if you're saving 40%, now we're talking about meaningful impact. Let's look at specific items. Dried beans and lentils bulk? Absolutely yes. They last for years, they're shelf-stable, you'll use them, and the savings are dramatic. A 1-pound package costs $1.50, a 10-pound bag costs $8. You've just saved $7. Rice. White rice, yes. Brown rice, only if you'll use it within 3 months or you can freeze some of it. Oats. Yes, especially steel-cut or rolled oats, which last a year or more. Flour depends on your usage. If you bake weekly, a 25-pound bag makes sense. If you bake monthly, it doesn't. Nuts are interesting. They're expensive, but they go rancid because of their oil content. Bulk nuts need to be frozen for long-term storage, which requires freezer space. If you have that space and you regularly eat nuts, buying in bulk and freezing extends shelf life while saving money. Oils follow similar logic. A gallon jug of olive oil costs significantly less per ounce than small bottles, but olive oil degrades with light and air exposure. Solution: buy the large container, but decant it into a small bottle for regular use, keeping the large container sealed and dark. The psychological trap is deal-seeking behavior. You see a huge bag of quinoa at an amazing price, and even though you've never cooked quinoa and aren't sure you like it, you buy it because it's such a good deal. Now you have 5 pounds of quinoa you don't use. This is loss, not savings. The deal only matters if you were going to buy and use that item anyway. Storage solutions matter economically too. Food-grade 5-gallon buckets with gamma lids cost about $8 each, but protect bulk purchases for years. That's a one-time investment that enables long-term bulk savings. Co-buying strategies solve the problem for people who can't afford the upfront cost or don't have storage. Find 2 or 3 people, split a Costco membership, buy bulk staples together, and divide them. Everyone gets bulk pricing without the full burden. Break-even calculations are straightforward. If chicken costs $4 a pound regularly and $2.50 in a 10-pound bulk pack, you save $15 on that purchase. If you have a freezer and you'll use it within 6 months, that's a clear win. If you don't have freezer space and half of it will go bad, you've actually lost money. The goal is making bulk buying a strategic tool rather than an impulsive response to perceived deals. Done right, it significantly reduces food costs. Done wrong, it ties up money in food you won't use and creates waste that negates the savings.